Cześć, hello. Witamy na kolejnej lekcji języka angielskiego. Właściwie powinienem mówić wszystko po angielsku, ale zaraz będę. No cóż, już parę lekcji minęło, zbliżamy się do połowy naszych takich oficjalnych lekcji, które nagrywamy. No i w ten sposób możecie zobaczyć, że ta nauka angielskiego, a tu w tym przypadku na poziomie średnio zaawansowanym, jest jak najbardziej możliwa, dużo można się nauczyć, a celem tych lekcji jest nauczenie się płynnego mówienia w języku obcym, a w tym przypadku języka angielskiego. Także trenujemy. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
So we start with revision and then new lesson. Can you remind me 5 words you remember from last class?
Okay. 5 words. Weave.
Weave.
Yes, weave, weakler.
Weaker.
Weaker. Weaker, and then and then maybe
Shoe.
Shoelaces. And and it was 20.
Slope.
Slope. Okay, slope and slippery.
Slippery slope.
Slippery slope. Okay. And and then there was something like also a sting, but I don't know. It was last lesson. Sting.
Despair.
Despair. Yes. Okay. And okay.
Yeah. So to exaggerate.
Exaggeration.
Excellent.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. So we can start with revision. So shoelace.
Shoelace, sznurowadło.
Undo, undid, undone.
Undo, rozwiązać, czyli cofnąć coś.
Excellent. What things do we usually tie in a bow?
We tie in a bow. In a bow. Okay. Shoelaces.
Excellent. Very good. At what age do children start to tie their shoelaces?
The children start to tie their shoelaces at the age of 6.
6. Excellent. Do you lose your temper if you can't undo a knot in your shoelace?
Yes, I lose my temper if I can't undo my shoelaces.
Yes. A knot in my shoelaces.
A knot my shoelaces.
Excellent.
Okay.
What may happen if you walk in shoes with the laces undone? What may happen if you walk in shoes with the laces undone?
If I walk
in shoes.
If I walk in shoes
with laces undone,
I will slip
and
fall down.
Excellent. Very good. And fall down.
I step on it and fall down.
Yeah. Or you can even, well, usually when you can also say slip, but you step on them and fall down.
Okay.
Muddy.
Muddy, błotnisty.
Slippery.
Slippery, śliski.
Slip.
Slip, ślizgać się.
Be on a slippery slope.
Be on a slippery slope, być na równi pochyłej.
What are you likely to do when you're sliding down a muddy slope? What are you likely to do when you're sliding down a muddy slope?
When I'm sliding down a muddy slope, I'm likely to slip.
Yeah, you're likely to slip. Excellent. Have you ever slipped on a banana skin?
No, I've never slept on a banana skin.
Do you slip your shoes off quickly or do you undo the shoelaces carefully?
I usually undo my shoelaces carefully.
Very good. When can a pavement be slippery? When can a pavement be slippery?
Pavement can be slippery when it snows.
When it snows, excellent. So it's covered with ice
or snow.
Or water.
Yeah, water or water. Okay.
Yeah, or it's wet because of water. At what age do most teenagers start to slip out of their parents' control?
Children start to slip out of parents' control at the age of 10. every lesson
16.
the younger.
You make it really 10. Why is it difficult to catch a fish with one's hand? Why is it difficult to catch a fish with one's hand?
It's difficult to catch a fish with one hand because a fish they are slippery.
Excellent. And they easily slip
out of your hands.
Excellent. Are you on the slippery slope to becoming an addict when you start taking drugs?
Yes, I'm on a slippery slope when I start
to becoming an
addict when I start to take drugs.
Excellent.
Yes.
What do parents order children to do when their shoes are muddy? What do parents order children to do when their shoes are muddy?
Parents order their children to wipe their shoes on a mat.
Excellent.
Or to sleep them off. Outside.
Excellent. Yield.
Ulegać, ustępować.
Excellent. Despair.
Despair, rozpaczać, okay.
Excellent. Be the despair of somebody.
Be a despair of somebody. Być powodem czyjejś rozpaczy.
Excellent. What do people do when they yield to despair? What do people do when they yield to despair?
When people yield to despair,
they sometimes
they cry a lot.
Commit
suicide.
Become alcoholics.
Okay.
Yeah. What can drive people to despair? What can drive people to despair?
Other people.
No. So say directly the issues that can drive people to despair. Lack of money.
Lack of money. Okay. Lack of money can drive people to despair.
Or health issues.
Not other people. No.
Oh, you said. Oh, you wanted to say other people.
Other people. Yes,
yeah, other people can. You can also say.
Okay.
Other people can drive people to
despair.
Excellent. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Excellent.
Okay.
Would you be close to despair if you were unemployed for a year? Would you be close to despair if you were unemployed for a year?
Yes, I were close to this. I would be close to despair if I were unemployed for a year.
When can parents despair of finding their child alive? When can parents despair of finding their child alive?
Parents
can despair of finding their child.
Once again,
when can parents despair of finding their child alive?
Parents can despair of finding their child alive when they
were kidnapped.
When the child were kidnapped.
Or the one missing, for example.
Missing.
Okay. Very good. Would most people despair and yield to all demands if their child was kidnapped?
Yes.
Would most people despair and yield to all demands if their child were kidnapped?
Most parents.
Yes. Yes or no?
Yes. Most parents would despair all demands.
Despair and yield to all demands.
Despair and yield to all demands if the child were kidnapped.
Excellent.
Yes. Okay.
Was there a student in your school who was the despair of the teachers? Was there a student in your school who was the despair of the teachers?
No, there were not a child at my school who was a despair of the teachers.
Excellent. So would most people despair and yield to all demands if their child were kidnapped?
Yes, or most parents would
despair
and yield to all demands if the child were kidnapped.
Excellent, very good. Diminish.
Diminish, zmniejszać, pomniejszać.
Very good. Reduce.
Reduce, pomniejszać.
Do parents usually diminish their children's achievements?
No, parents don't usually diminish their children's achievements.
Very good. Are certain natural resources diminishing rapidly?
Yes, certain natural resources are diminishing rapidly.
Very good. If you give up smoking, will you reduce the risk of a heart attack or lung cancer?
Yes, if I reduce smoking, if I give up smoking, I will reduce the risk of heart attack
and lung cancer.
Okay.
Excellent. Do you have to reduce your speed when you arrive in town? Do you have to reduce your speed when you arrive in a town?
Yes, I have to reduce my speed when I arrive to a town.
In a town.
In a town.
When do clothes shops usually reduce their prices?
Shops reduce their prices when during sales.
Or when they want.
They want to get rid of some stuff.
Excellent. Which are out of season, for example.
Okay, which are out of season.
Or took a long time in stock.
Okay.
Exaggerate. Exaggerate,
wyolbrzymiać.
Exaggeration.
Exaggeration, wyolbrzymienie czegoś.
Why do people sometimes exaggerate their illnesses?
People sometimes exaggerate their illnesses to gain attention.
To gain attention.
Yes.
Okay, probably. Excellent. Very good. Do TV commercials exaggerate the advantages of certain products?
Yes, TV commercials exaggerate the advantages of
certain products.
Certain products.
Excellent. Can we say without exaggeration that Microsoft is the largest software company in the world?
Yes, we can say without exaggeration that the Microsoft is the largest software company in the world.
Excellent. Do you usually exaggerate or diminish your achievements?
I usually exaggerate my achievements.
Excellent. What do the media sometimes exaggerate?
Media exaggerate
sometimes
certain news.
Certain news.
Information.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
No, I would have liked you to be specific, but it's okay. Would it be a great exaggeration if you said you knew someone well if you had only met the person once in your life? Would it be a great exaggeration if you said you knew someone well if you had only met the person once in your life?
Yes, it would be a great exaggeration if I said that I knew someone well. If I had only met this person once.
Excellent.
Okay.
Twist.
Twist, zwichnąć.
Twist off.
Twist off, zwichnąć. Twist, przekręcić, odkręcić.
Excellent. Cap.
Cap, nakrętka.
Excellent. Ankle.
Ankle, kostka.
Splained.
Splained.
Like a sprained ankle.
Splained, skręcony. Splained?
Yes. Zwichnięty.
Zwichnięty. Splained. Splained ankle.
So the wires often get twisted. Do wires often get twisted?
Yes, wires often get twisted.
What do you have to do with the cap of the bottle to open it? What do you have to do with the cap of the bottle to open it?
I have to twist the cap of the bottle to open it.
Excellent. What can you do if you can't twist the lid of a jar?
If I can't twist the lid of a jug, I have to
lift it.
lifted, I hit the jug against the table and
it opens.
And it opens, yes. Or I take a knife and
you lift it off.
And lift it off.
Very good. Why do children usually twist their ankles? Why do children usually how do children usually twist their ankles?
Children usually twist their ankles when they jump down of something. Quickly. Yes.
Yeah. Does a sprained ankle hurt a lot? Does a sprained ankle hurt a lot?
Yes, a sprained ankle hurts a lot.
Very good. Do you like sudden twists of the plot in films or books? Do you like sudden twists of the plot in films or books?
Yes, I like sudden twist of a plot in films and books.
Very good. Do newspapers sometimes twist facts about famous film stars?
Yes, some newspapers twist facts about films.
Film stars.
Film stars. Okay, yes.
About celebrities in general.
Celebrities.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Śnieg, obyć.
Bruce. Siniak. Bruce.
Obyć.
Siniak. Obić. Tak, obić. Obić.
It's a punch.
Hit.
Oh, okay. Nasty.
Nasty, obrzydliwy, okropny.
Can a person easily get a nasty bruises if he's inexperienced and goes snowboarding in high mountains? Can a person easily get nasty bruises if he's inexperienced and goes snowboarding in high mountains?
Yeah, but first have to fall down or something.
Yeah, so they can. Yeah.
Yes, they can.
The person can easily.
Yeah, the person can easily get nasty bruises when
if he
is going, yes.
If he's inexperienced.
If he's inexperienced and goes snowboarding to the high mountains.
Okay, we'll get back to it. What else can be the cause of a nasty bruise? What else can be the cause of a nasty bruise?
I don't know what can be a cause of a nasty bruise. What else? A nasty bruise can be a cause of a bruise.
What else? What action? Like a punch, for example?
A punch, this way, the punch can be an effect?
A cause.
A cause. A punch, a hit on the face can be or leg can be
falling off a bike, for example.
Falling off the bike can be a cause of a nasty bruise.
Excellent, very good. What do you do with bruised fruit?
I make juice, fruit of.
I make juice.
Juice of a bruised fruit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can a person easily get nasty bruises if he is inexperienced and goes snowboarding in high mountains?
Yes.
Can a person easily get a nasty bruise if he is inexperienced and goes snowboarding in high mountains?
Yes, a person can get a nasty bruise easily if he goes snowboarding and is inexperienced in the high mountains.
Excellent, very good. Do you believe that some dogs may turn nasty for no particular reason? Do you believe that some dogs can turn nasty for no particular reason?
Yes, animals and even dogs can suddenly turn nasty for no particular reason.
Excellent. Are elder brothers sometimes very nasty to their younger sisters? Are elder brothers sometimes very nasty to their younger sisters?
No, elder brothers aren't
sometimes
nasty to their younger sisters.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
What would you do if you had to take medicine which you knew tasted nasty but worked? what would you do if you had to take medicine which you knew tasted nasty but it worked?
I would take the medicine if I knew it tastes nasty but it works.
Yeah, so but how like what would you do? Would you take it slowly or would you take it quickly? Would you use, I don't know, something sweet?
I don't know what is necessary to do with it.
Yeah, because it depends. Usually, sometimes if it's you can't. For example, there's some medicines, there's also some tablets you can't take with something sweet. You have to take it with water.
Yeah.
So if you can take it with, for example, juice, which is sweet, so you have to take it slow, like quickly with water.
Okay.
Swallow it. Yeah.
Swallow.
Yeah. But if you can't take it, you take it with something sweet. Like it usually happens with kids. If you want them to take some tablets, they do it with juice or something sweet, basically. So, is it a nasty feeling to find out that we have been cheated? Is it a nasty feeling to find out that we have been cheated?
Yes, it's a nasty feeling to find out that we have been cheated.
Okay, so it's your turn to ask me some questions. Can you ask me any questions with undo?
Undo. Do you undo your shoes laces quickly? Or laces quickly, or do you do it carefully?
I undo my shoelaces quickly.
Quickly.
Yield.
Yield. Do you yield your teachers at university demands?
Do you yield to all demands?
And do you yield to all
your teachers'
demands at university? At college, it's college, yes?
Yes, I yield to all my teachers' demands. Yeah, if they are proper demands.
Okay.
At college. Despair.
Despair. Okay. Despair. Are you a despair of somebody's? To somebody? No, to somebody. Of somebody. Are you a despair of somebody?
I don't think I'm a despair of somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, probably some people might say otherwise, but no. Twist off.
Twist off. Have you ever twisted off your ankle?
Twisted off my ankle. No.
No, twist. Oh no. Okay, no, I'm wrong. Okay, twist off. One moment. Is it easy to twist off? Maybe not a bottle. A box of tablets.
But you don't twist it off.
No?
Yeah, you don't twist a bottle of tablets?
Yes, maybe.
Okay, I see which one you mean.
A box of tablets.
Okay, so the bottle, okay.
And maybe it's not a bucket, it's a package, yes?
Package. Usually there's some that are in small bottles. Yeah.
Okay, bottles.
Kind of bottles, okay. Yeah, I think it's easy to...
Yes?
No, it's sometimes.
It
is sometimes. Okay, not easy to twist off like a cup of a tablet bottle, for example. Sprained.
Sprained. How many times in your life have you sprained your ankles?
I've only sprained my ankle like 2 times probably my whole life. Okay, one last question. Exaggerate.
Exaggerate. Do you exaggerate your achievements at college?
Yeah, I exaggerate my achievements at college. Okay, new lesson. Shield. Shield. Just a shield.
Shield, tarcza.
Excellent. Why do the police sometimes use shields? Why do the police sometimes use shields?
Police sometimes use shields to protect themselves against hooligans.
Yeah, hooligans. Excellent. Very
Actually, usually only hooligans.
Yeah. Do terrorists often kidnap people to use them as human shields? Do terrorists often kidnap people to use them as human shields?
Yes, terrorists often kidnap people to use them as human shields.
Excellent. What shields us from the sun rays? What shields us from the sun rays?
The atmosphere shields us from the sun rays.
Excellent. Can the fact that we are sad be shielded by laughter? Can this fact that we are sad be shielded by laughter? Can you shield, for example, you are very sad. Can you shield from me that you're sad by laughing?
In America, yes. In America, they shield themselves by laughing.
They shield that they're sad.
They shield the sadness by laughing. Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, it happens a lot. How can you shield your eyes from the sun? How can you shield your eyes from the sun?
I can shield my eyes from the sun by using shields. Shadows, no. This, okay.
Using my hands or sunglasses?
Sunglasses, okay.
Here they say with my hands. No, sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Do governments sometimes shield companies from foreign competition? Do governments sometimes shield companies from foreign competitions?
Yes, governments shields.
Sometimes
shields the companies from foreign competitions.
Yeah. Meaning local companies from foreign competitions. Resist, temptation, tempt, temptation, resist. So resist, resist,
oprzeć się, resist, resist,
so,
opierać się.
So temptation,
kusić. Temptation, kuszenie, pokusa.
Very good. Tempt.
Kusić wtedy.
Excellent. Would you be tempting thieves if you left something valuable on the back seat of your car? Would you be tempting thieves if you left something valuable on the back seat of your car?
Yes, I would be tempting thieves if I left something valuable on the back seat of my car.
Excellent. Is it usually easier to resist temptation or to yield to temptation? Is it usually easier to resist temptation or to yield to temptation?
It's usually easier to yield the temptation.
To yield to?
To yield to temptation.
Excellent. What temptations have you ever had to overcome? What
temptation
have you ever had to overcome?
I had to overcome.
I've had to overcome.
I have had, like. I have had to overcome the temptation And what was
to like say an action.
To smoke. To don't smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
Yes.
To don't smoke. Very
To don't eat chocolate. Ice.
To
Yes.
don't eat chocolate. I agree.
To don't drink Coke.
Also, that's Coca-Cola is very addictive. What do press, advertisement, and TV commercials try to tempt us into? What do press, advertisement, and TV commercials try to tempt us into?
TV commercials and
press
advertisements try to tempt us into buying things. Yes.
Excellent. As simple as that. Into buying things. Do most students resist the temptation to cheat in an exam when they sit too close to one another? Do most students resist the temptation to cheat in exams when they sit too close to one another?
No, most children don't resist the temptation to cheat on exams when they sit
too close
to each other.
What thing would be impossible for you to resist? What thing would be impossible for you to resist? To be impossible for me to resist is, for example, not to learn English. Okay. Can children easily resist eating sweets and chocolates? Can children easily resist eating sweets and chocolates?
No, children can't easily resist eating sweets and chocolate.
Yeah. Very addictive. So destiny, destination, fate, destiny, destination. So repeat in English.
Destination, destiny, fate.
So destiny,
jakiś kierunek?
Los.
Destiny, los, przeznaczenie.
Destination. Where you going?
Tu jest kierunek. Destination, kierunek. Miejsce przeznaczenia, cel.
Fate.
Fate, przeznaczenie.
It's same as destiny. Loss.
Przeznaczenie, los. Los, fatum. Fate, los, fatum.
But fate and destiny are the same thing to me. Are you, they're similar. Are you in control of your own destiny, or do you believe you're guided by fate? Are you in control of your own destiny, or do you believe that you're guided by fate?
I think I'm in
control.
In control. I think I'm in control of my own destiny.
Excellent.
And I am not driven by a fate. Yes?
You're not guided.
Guided by fate.
Excellent. Who decides the fate of a criminal after they have been arrested? Who decides the fate of a criminal after they have been arrested?
The court decides about the fate of a criminal after they have been arrested.
Excellent. How can we tempt fate? We can tempt fate.
We can tempt fate by leaving valuable things on a back seat of the car.
Exactly. And thinking nobody's gonna steal it.
But
here they say riding a motorbicycle at a crazy speed.
Okay.
Thinking nothing is gonna happen to you. Okay, you can say that too.
By speeding, yes?
It can happen in different ways. Like for example, you believe
fate. Okay.
Would it be a strange twist of fate if we met each other again in the same room in 30 years' time? Would it be a strange twist of fate if we met each other again in the same room 30 years' time? In 30 years' time.
Yes, it would be a
Strange
twist of fate if we met here in 30 years' time in the same room, in the same place. Yes.
In the old times, what was usually the destiny of a king's eldest son? In the old times, what was usually the destiny of a king's eldest son?
The destiny of the eldest son of the eldest king's son was to become a king.
Yes, as simple as that. In the 19th century, what was the most common destination for refugees leaving Europe in search of a new life? In the 19th century, what was the most common destination for refugees leaving Europe in search for a new life?
In 19th century, the destination of
the most common destination
of
for refugees
leaving Europe was America. Yes.
Was the US in search of a new life. What are the most common holiday destinations around the world? What are the most common holiday destinations around the world?
The most common holiday destination around the world? Where is hot?
Yeah, like be specific.
I don't know.
No, just say people like
Cancun in Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico, definitely.
And Mallorca in Europe.
Mexico.
And
I agree.
In
Hawaii.
South Africa, Hawaii maybe, and then maybe some islands. Islands like maybe Australia too.
Yeah, in Australia, blah, blah,
India.
All of those. So dampness, air, mold. Dampness, air, mold. So damp, you can repeat in English.
Damp is dampness, mold and
air.
Dampness, wilgoć.
Yes, excellent. Damp, wilgoć. Dampness, wilgoć.
Damp. Wilgotne.
Excellent.
To be damp.
Air.
Powietrze. And mold.
To mold something.
Mold, grzyb.
Excellent.
Grzyb.
It's written here. Excellent. Is it better to remove dust with a damp or a dry cloth? Is it better to remove dust with a damp or a dry cloth?
It's better to remove dust with a damp cloth.
Why?
Because...
No, why?
Because the dust stick to the damp cloth.
Better. Excellent.
Better.
What can a leak from a broken pipe cause in the house? What can a leak from a broken pipe cause in the house?
A leak from a broken pipe
can cause
in a house can cause a dampness.
Can cause the walls in the house to
become mold, damp, and then mold
will grow.
Mold will grow
on them.
On them. Okay.
What should you do to avoid smell of dampness in your flat? What should you do to avoid the smell of dampness in your flat?
To avoid the smell of dampness in my house, I should open the window.
To let
the air come into the room.
Excellent, very good. Is it healthy to stay in a cold, damp room? Is it healthy to stay in a cold, damp room?
No, it isn't healthy to stay in a cold, damp room.
Why does mold sometimes grow on different foods? Why does mold sometimes grow on different foods?
Mold sometimes grow on different foods because of...
They're not stored?
They're not stored properly.
Excellent.
and there is dampness on it.
What can a leak from a broken pipe cause in the house? What can a leak from a broken pipe cause in the house?
A leak from a broken pipe in a house can cause the walls to become damp and have mold on it.
Excellent.
Yes.
And have mold grow on them. Very good.
And have mold grown on them.
Grow on them. Resemble. Resemblance. Bear a resemblance to. Bear a resemblance to. Resemblance. Resemble. So repeat after me in English.
Resemble and resemblance.
Be a resemblance to.
Be a resemblance to.
So resemble.
Resemble. I don't know. Resemble. Być podobnym. Resemble. Okay. Yes. Okay. Resemblance. Podobieństwo.
Excellent. Bear a resemblance to.
Be a resemblance to. Być podobnym do.
Excellent. Do children resemble their parents? Do children resemble their parents?
Yes, children resemble their parents usually.
Most of the time. Do you know anyone who bears a striking resemblance to a famous person? Do you know anyone who bears a striking resemblance to a famous person?
No, I don't know anybody who has a striking resemblance. Who bears a striking resemblance. Resemblance to someone, to a famous actor.
Person, to a famous person. Who? Okay, well, you know nobody. I was about to ask you who that person resembles to. Do artificial flowers resemble natural ones? Do artificial flowers resemble natural ones?
Yes, artificial flowers resemble the natural ones.
Excellent. Give me pairs of English words which closely resemble each other in pronunciation. Give me pairs of English words which closely resemble each other in pronunciation.
Yes, words that resemble the pronunciation to each other are, for example, cap. Okay, cap and
cap. Cap and cap.
Cap and cap. Okay, cap. This cap and cap. And another example was
a crash and to crash and crash.
Crash and crack.
No, crash the same.
Crash.
The crash.
Crash and crash.
When you have an accident and crash into someone, or when you have a crush on someone.
Crash. Okay.
Yeah. Replace. Replacement. Replace and replacement. So a verb and a noun. Replace, replacement.
Replace, replacement. Replace, zastępować.
Replacement.
Replacement, zastępowanie.
What has the videotape been replaced with? What has the videotape been replaced with?
Videotape has been replaced with a CD.
DVD.
DVD.
Excellent. Do you think that human beings will be replaced at work by computers one day? Do you think that human beings will be replaced at work by computers one day?
Yes, I think that
human
beings will be replaced at work by computers one day.
Excellent. What usually happens if a person can't manage his work? What usually happens when a person can't manage his work?
If a person can't manage his work, the person will be replaced by a robot.
By a robot or someone else?
Someone else. Okay.
What things in the house often need replacement? What things in the house often need replacement
A light bulb often needs a replacement
in the house.
in the house.
Very good. What do you have to do with worn out tires? What do you have to do with worn out tires?
With worn out tires, I have to replace them
Yeah, with new ones.
with new ones. Hmm? Worn out tires, yes? Well, worn out. Worn out, yes?
Worn out tires.
Okay.
Tense, tension, massage,
Mhm.
cause and solution.
Okay.
Tense,
Tense,
tension, massage.
massage.
So tense,
Tense, napięcie.
tension. So tense napięte.
Tense, napięty. Tension, napięcie.
Very good. So massage.
Massage.
Very good.
Yes.
Be tensed up. Be tensed up.
Be tensed up, zrelaksować się.
Or is it
Żyć w napięciu. Be tensed up. Tensed up, żyć w napięciu.
tensed up?
Be tensed up. Okay.
What do you recommend me to do to relax tense muscles? What do you recommend me to do to relax tense muscles?
To relax tensed muscles, I recommend you to have a massage.
Excellent. What's the opposite of a tense atmosphere? What's the opposite of a tense atmosphere?
The opposite of tense
Atmosphere
is relaxed atmosphere.
Excellent. Very good. Were there a lot of political tensions between the USA and Russia during the Cold War? Were there a lot of political tensions between the USA and Russia during the Cold War?
Yes, there was a lot of political tension between the US and Russia during the Cold War.
Excellent. What do you do if you can't bear the tension? What do you do if you can't bear the tension?
If I can't bear the tension, I relax. I go out.
For some fresh air.
I have a massage, yes?
Yeah. Well, here they say ice cream.
I scream. Okay.
Here the person say ice cream.
I just
go out and relax. I don't know,
Yeah.
punch something.
yeah.
People should do boxing. Apparently it helps a lot. Are people tensed up before their first attempt to pass a driving test? Are people tensed up before their first attempt to pass a driving test?
Yes, in Poland people are tensed up before before the
first attempt
to pass a driving test. But no, maybe not the first. They are tensed up before the driving test. Always. They always tensed up before. Maybe not. Yeah, any age.
Usually, yeah, because even one small mistakes, it's done, and it could be like an easy something you wouldn't do every day, but if you make it that day, yeah, you're done, and it's bad. Yeah. So ask me questions now. With shield.
Ochraniać, tak? Chronić. Shield. Oh my gosh, what is the shield? Okay. How do you shield your eyes against sun?
From the sun.
From the sun. Okay.
From the sun rays.
From the sun, yes.
Rays.
At home.
Okay. Well, usually in my house, inside, the sun doesn't get inside, but if I'm outside or at the balcony, I shield my eyes from the sun by wearing sunglasses. Okay, tempt. Tempt.
Are you tempt to cheat?
Are you tempted?
Are you one moment? Are you tempted to cheat at the exam?
No, I've never, ever been
being tempted. Being tempted
to cheat on an exam because I'm always prepared.
Okay.
So, destiny.
Destiny. What's your destiny? Is your destiny to be a teacher?
Oh my god.
No, it's destiny to be a manager.
I don't think my destiny is to be a teacher, but I think like it's part of, like, I'm not destined to become like a teacher, but it's part of my journey to reach my destiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
To reach my destiny. Okay. Okay.
Can you, okay, dump or dumbness. You can use
dump. And yes. Are your clothes easily dumped in summer in Africa?
No.
No.
Are my clothes easily dumped?
Dumped.
No, dumped. No, dumped.
Let me say, yeah. Okay, maybe it's not the best question, but dumped. Yeah, always
I get
dumped.
what you mean, because it's hot there.
Yeah,
that's what you
because
mean.
it's hot. So are your clothes usually dumped?
Dump, like just
Dump. In summer in Africa.
No, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it can get easily.
Or dry, or usually
yeah, but
dry. Very
unless you walk for a long distance outside the sun, because usually you're in a car or you're because we also have like motor taxis, like motorcycle as a taxi. Or and you usually do some weight, so your clothes don't get down, right? Unless you're working from like a very long distance, like from, for example, Tolun by foot to here or something.
That's usually dry. Usually dry.
Yeah. But they can easily get dumped if you're walking on a long distance or a short distance.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's very hot. But if you're using a car or something, it's fine. Resemblance.
Resembles. Oh, one moment. Resembles. Resemble.
Resemblance.
And resembles.
Yeah, it can be used in the same way. So it's one of the two.
Resemble. What does it mean? Resemble.
Resemble, like look like.
Yes. Okay, now okay. It's similar. It's simply similar, but now it's resemble.
Resemble is a verb.
Resemble or resembles.
Resemble is the verb, and resemblance is like a noun.
Noun. But you mean resembles?
Yeah, resemble. I think resemblance.
Resemblance.
So that you might. But if you can use resemble, it's fine. What comes to your mind first?
Resembles. And there was share resembles or.
You can say be a resemblance to.
Resembles. Be a resembles.
Yeah. Be a resemblance to, for example, I bear resemblance to you.
To bear. Do you bear a resembles?
A resemblance.
A resembles.
Blance. A resemblance.
Do you bear a resembles?
No, resemblance.
Resemblance. Do you bear resemblance to your parents?
Yes, I really do bear resemblance to my parents, especially my father.
Yes, okay.
So last question, tension.
Tension. And tension. tension, I'm missing tension, tension, have attention? No, not really.
Have tension.
Have attention, yes, possible.
So you want to ask if I have tensions with somebody?
Do you have a
tensions?
Tensions.
With?
Yeah, okay, and there was this tension, how can you... Okay.
Because I have to have tensions with somebody.
Uh-huh.
Like I have tensions with, I don't know, with somebody. Do I have tensions with you?
Okay, and so arguing, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And,
there's tensions between this and this.
And do... Okay... what can you do if you feel tension in your neck?
Okay.
Yes?
Tension,
Yes,
also
okay.
used. Excellent. If I have tension in my neck, I get a massage.
Yes?
Yeah.
So easy? Okay.
Usually. Or I do some exercises like this. If not, I ask my friend to give me a massage.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So can you open this last two things here?
96 is...
Cooking.
Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can just ask me this question.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask them to you. What's the difference between steamed vegetables and barbecued vegetables?
Between steamed vegetables and barbecue vegetables, the difference is that steamed is prepared on steam, and barbecued is just barbecued. It's
barbecued, roasted.
There was prepared on a spit.
Roasted.
On a spit, maybe this way.
Okay. The
over
preparation,
the fire.
over
the fire.
And the
yes.
way they taste, do you think the taste is the same?
And no.
Which ones do you prefer?
I prefer on steam.
Steamed vegetables.
Steamed vegetables.
Okay. How do you like chicken to be served? Roasted on a spit, broiled, or barbecued? How do you like your chicken to be served? Roasted on a spit, broiled, or barbecued?
I prefer chicken to be barbecued.
To be barbecued. Okay, excellent. Is because it tastes.
Because it tastes better than on a spit. I don't know, it's the difference. Barbecued, barbecued this way and spit. And
broiled.
Broiled, but also broiled on the spit, I think.
Is it advisable to eat a lot of barbecued meat? Is it advisable to eat a lot of barbecued meat?
No, it isn't advisable to eat a lot of meat in general or barbecued
meat. Why not?
Because it's unhealthy.
Because it's unhealthy.
In general, but it's maybe you don't need so much meat to be healthy.
What's the most popular barbecued meat in your country? What's the most barbecued meat? What's the most popular barbecued meat in your country?
I think beef is the most popular barbecued meat in my country.
Okay, I don't know. How often do you eat barbecued meat? How often do you eat barbecued meat?
I eat barbecued meat once a Russian year. No, very rarely.
Okay, so do you often eat steaks?
No, I rarely eat steaks.
Okay. Excellent, very good.
And
before we finish, can you tell me like 7 words you remember from since we did this?
Okay.
Because we really. Can you tell me like 7 words you remember from today's class?
Tension, tense, damp,
Ness?
Dampness, and mold,
Very good.
and temptation. Okay. And
Temptation.
Temptation, tempt.
Very
Did I
good.
say it? Okay, and and shield. That was the
Excellent.
first one. Yes.
Yes, very
Yes.
good. And shield.
Shield.
Very good. Excellent.
This is it.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, and see you. Bye. Bye.